Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Couponing with Kayla. We are outside of CVS. We're about to head in here and check out the deals. I'm going to walk you through these deals in the store, plus we'll go over the receipt when we get done and talk final cost of all of our items. I've planned out my transactions today, so as long as all of my items are in stock here at my store, we are going to do each transaction, roll extra bucks from one to the next. If you're not familiar with how that works and you're completely new to CVS couponing, that's okay because I'm going to walk you through it step by step. We've got some easy digital deals that everyone can do this week. We're going to get a few personal care items. We're also going to get some household items as well. So let's go ahead, let's head in here, check out the deals. I'll have a free printable list down below the video. And if you are new to my channel, take just a second to hit that red subscribe button below. If this video is helpful for you today, give the video a thumbs up, and let's go ahead and check out these deals. The first thing I'm grabbing is the CVS bandages. They're buy two, get a $5 extra buck. These two are $3.99 each. That totals $7.98. If you have an extra care pass, it takes 20% off of the CVS Health brand. So it's going to take off about 80 cents for us. We'll pay $7.18, get a $5 extra buck, making it $2.18 for two. Next, I'm going to grab these CoverGirl products. They're buy three, get a $10 extra buck, and the cheapest one is the eyebrow pencils for $5.99 at my store. The price has definitely gone up. Three total $17.97, but we have a $4 digital and a $2 digital. We'll pay $11.97 and get back a $10 extra buck, making it $1.97 for three. A good deal to pick up is the Biotin mouthwash. If your store has it for $5.29, get a $3 extra buck, making it $2.29 for one. Another good deal that I showed you guys last week is on the Crest toothpaste. They're $3.99 each. Buy three, you have a $5 digital, and you get a $5 extra buck back, making the final cost $1.97 for three. Next, we're going to do the spend 30, get 10 deal. We're going to grab the big bottle of the Tide liquid. Grab whichever one you want for $12.99, and we have a $3 digital coupon. I'm also going to pick up the Tide Pods for $5.49. The 16 count has a $1 digital. And I'm going to pick up two of these even though I don't have a digital coupon for the second one. The next item I'm going to grab is some of the Tide liquid. It's a smaller bottle for $6.99, and we do have a $1 digital. Now, you could grab some Downy for $6.99 with a $1 digital, but unfortunately, my store is all out of stock on that, so I'm grabbing all Tide. Our total for these items is $30.96, and we have $5 worth of digital coupons. So you'll pay $25.96, but get a $10 extra buck, making the final cost $15.96 for these. But remember, you can roll your extra bucks from one transaction to the next, which I'll show you a little later in the video. Select Scott products are $8.99. Buy two, get a $5 extra buck. They are the Scott toilet paper right here, the Comfort Plus, or you can get the Scott 1000. This one has a $1 Ibotta rebate, so I'm going to grab this one. We don't have any digital coupons. I'm also going to grab a pack of the paper towels for $8.99. So these two total $17.98. No coupons, so I would suggest paying with extra bucks if you have them. You'll earn a $5 extra buck and get $1 on Ibotta, making it $11.98 for two. Next, we're grabbing some Kleenex, 3 for $5. We do have a $1 digital that'll make them 3 for $4. And then you can get $1 back in extra bucks, making them 3 for $3. These little packs are also included, so you can mix and match what you want to get, but I'm just getting the biggest box I can for the deal. Next, I'm going to grab the Russell Stovers for 2 for $3. You get a $1 extra buck back, making them 2 for $2. So this is something that I'm going to add into one of my scenarios. I'm going to put it in a transaction with the Kleenex. Then with this one, I'm going to use my $5 extra buck from Scott to pay, and I'm going to get a couple of extra bucks back on it. So I will show you how I'm rolling my transactions. I'm going to use an extra buck from the first transaction to the next to pay less out of pocket for each one. All of these items are a retail value of $109.64, but I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to roll my extra bucks to pay less out of pocket. The first transaction I'm going to do is on the bandages. Then I'm going to take my $5 extra buck from this to help pay on my CoverGirl products. So each transaction I'm going to roll the extra buck, but stay tuned for the receipts where I'm going to go over all of this in detail. Now we got a $10 extra buck from CoverGirl. That's going to go into our laundry deal. Then we'll take our $10 extra buck from the laundry deal and roll it into our Scott deal. And then we'll take our $5 extra buck from the Scott deal and pay for our Kleenex and our Russell Stovers. And then we got two $1 extra bucks back. Alright guys, we are back home and this is my CVS haul for this week. We're going to go ahead, we're going to go over the receipts and we're going to talk final cost of all of our items. Everything you see right here, retail value, buying these items at CVS before sale prices, coupons, rebates, any of that would have cost us $109.64. Now, we did not pay near that much out of pocket today and we did not pay near that much after our rewards. So the very first transaction that I did today was these CVS bandages. There are some online that are cheaper, but the cheapest one I could find that qualified in my store, because I scanned them at the top of the CVS app there, clicked on it to see if it was qualifying for the extra bucks. These are $3.99. Now, I will say if you have the extra care pass where you get that $10 in extra bucks a month for only $5, it also gives you 20% off of CVS Health brand items. So it does take an extra 20% off that price, which you'll see on my receipt. So it took off like an additional 80 cents off of these. So just keep that in mind. It did make them a little cheaper. But you can see right here on my receipt the two Band-Aids. Then you can see that I had $4.01 in extra bucks. And those were my extra bucks that I had left over from last week. And then the 80 cents came off for that 20% off CVS Health products. So I paid $3.17 out of pocket on this transaction to get my deal started for the day. I got back a $5 extra buck for these items. Now, if you do the math on this transaction, I paid the $3.17 out of pocket, but I used $4.01 in extra bucks from last week. So if you don't have any extra bucks to start with, you're going to add that back into the total. That would be at $7.18. Then we got the $5 extra bucks back. It would make it $2.18 for those two bandages. So not too bad. Now the next transaction I did was on the CoverGirl eyebrow pencils. So on these, you can see them on my receipt. And then you can see our $4 digital for CoverGirl, our $2 digital for CoverGirl. Then we used that $5 extra buck we just earned from the Band-Aids. And it also gave us 2% back on that purchase for the Band-Aids. So with that being said, I used $5.06 in extra bucks. So I paid $6.91 out of pocket on this one, and then we got a $10 extra buck back for those CoverGirl products. Now on this transaction, again, if we do the math of the $6.91 out of pocket, I'm going to add back in the $5.06 in extra bucks we used. That means that after digital coupons, we were at $11.97. We earned a $10 extra buck, making the final cost on those just $1.97. Now for the third transaction, we went ahead and picked up our laundry products. So for our laundry products, we had two Tide Liquid, one small and one large, and then two of the Tide Pods. Now you could pick a different product that was $5.49 if you don't want to get two of the Tide Pods. I just went ahead and grabbed two of those. So on these items right here, you can see all of our products here, and then you can see our digitals. We had $3 off one, $1 off one, and another $1 off one. Plus we used $10.14 in extra bucks that we just earned from our CoverGirl deal. That left us to pay only $15.82 out of pocket, and we got back a $10 extra buck for the spend 30 deal. Now on these products right here, again, we are doing our math on this. We're adding back in the $10.14 in extra bucks that we used. That means that after digitals, we would have been at $25.96. Get back the $10 extra buck, making the final cost $15.96 for those four laundry products. So about half the price that they would be with the sale prices this week if you weren't using any coupons or anything. Now, for transaction number 4, I grabbed the two paper products. I am all out of paper towels, which is crazy. So I wanted to do this deal. So at least I have some paper towels on hand for now. So on this one, you can see our items here. You can see our $10.32 in extra bucks we used from our laundry deal, which put us at $7.66. Now on this transaction, add back in the $10.32 and the extra bucks, that would put us at $17.98. We got back a $5 extra buck, plus we got $1 cash back on Ibotta, making the final cost $11.98 for those two items. Now for my last transaction, I did the 3 Kleenex and then 2 of these little marshmallow Russell Stovers. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. Okay, so on this one, we paid very little out of pocket because what we did is we used our $1 Kleenex digital. Then we used our $5.15 in extra bucks from the Scott products. We paid $1.85 out of pocket, and then we got $1 for the Russell Stovers, and then we got $1 for the Kleenex. Now on this transaction, if you add back in the $5.15 in extra bucks we used, that put us at $7 for this transaction after the digital. Then we got $2 in extra bucks, so the final cost would be $5 for 5 items, or $1 per item on that. So overall today, again, retail value $109.64. My real out-of-pocket cost today was $35.41 plus tax. Now I got $1 back on Ibotta, so really it was about $34.41 out of pocket today, and not including the tax. Now, overall, if you take the number that I gave you guys for each transaction, adding back in the extra bucks and just talking about final cost of each transaction, we had one that cost us $2.18, one that cost $1.97, one was $15.96, one was $11.98, and one was $5. That would put your final cost at $37.09 for all of these items. That is over 50% savings because all of this would normally cost you about $110. So let me know down in the comments below if you're going to grab any of these same deals. Let me know what's your favorite deal at CVS this week. And as always, I appreciate you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that it was helpful for you. Don't forget to grab your free money saving apps down in the description box, as well as your printable list. And I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.